Are you ready? Okay. Project Earth, ongoing for at least 4.5 billion years, brought to its knees in just 270 by a single species. One that also holds the distinction of being responsible for over 1 million other species facing the threat of extinction. The history books have it all wrong. They all neglect to list the Industrial Revolution as a war. A revolution is followed by an overtaking. Listen closely while I make the point that I am making. That war was launched against our home, the Earth, and now it's breaking. Breaking hearts, breaking apart, breaking records never meant to be broken. Now we've really stuck a stick in a spoke, and truer words have never been spoken. Temperatures at all-time highs, wildfires devastating, leaving swaths of communities paralyzed, homes and acres erased by the dozens, death to our brothers, sisters, animals, plant, and insect cousins. The oceans are suffocating at the hands of mankind, lacking integrity and exemplification, for we are man, but are not so kind. Kind to self, maybe, self-serving, I see, and I scream to the soul of humanity, remember how to love our world. If through my words you can see that in me, my sentiments percolating as elements of change in the cosmic consciousness must reverberate across, over, and under the land and waters of every single nation. Before we've felled the last tree in the business of deforestation, a ticking time bomb, abomination, fakers. Humans not a part of this world, just takers. Profit makers and nature slayers, not so slowly signing away the sacred in our sojourn. Generations proving the perilous point that we don't learn. A tree hugger is just another name for people who have a working piece of ancient machinery within them turned on, rather than the usual latent or gone. Ones that recognize the sentience in and of all things, who choose to show them acknowledgement, gratitude, love, and respect. And through those interactions, I do expect they can hear and comprehend Earth's dialect, and circumspect they intend to connect, and in doing so, recollect the interconnect, and in effect select to protect through wisdom and intellect, knowing that our lifelines will forever intersect. Made ready to detect any derelict objective the system attempts to affect. Coral reefs once vibrant and thriving, now the smoker's lungs of the seas, filled with blackness, death, and cancerous disease. Turtles, sharks, and so many others helplessly caught in trawls, while corporate bottom feeders turn men into money thralls, and with their eyes on money balls, they pollute and dilute the purity of our waters, an attack on Mother Earth and all her sons and daughters. We've forgotten our indigenous mission as her stewards and to be her greatest supporters. Chemicals and heavy metals in our air, water, and in our soils. A war where it's death to us all and still to big business go the spoils. As they spill endless amounts of oils and other noxious, obnoxious human concoctions into ecosystems with no ethos in them at all. In the face of all these atrocities, it is time for the good in us to stand tall. Flare gases and fossil fuels, its name indicating its own outdating, but we've lacked the spiritual tools. We must rise against Goliath or induce our own demise like fools. We, the people, have the power within us to rewrite the laws, to snuff out the possessed impeders of progress who patently hold hostage and pillage all of the major industries, providing platforms for the potential of our preeminent species. Here are the premises of a few of my theses. It's time we remember our powers of will and intention, override and revamp deleterious inventions, invoke dominion over matters of life, emote opinions of antimatter to strife, embolden and empower the good people of Earth to course correct our trajectory, causing the changes we choose to change the world we've abused to be transmuted once they reflect in me. And I mean the many me's, the every me, for I am you and you are me. And we are all bound inextricably. And I have always had a vision, see, that one day we'd wake up before it's too late and manifest the world that it could be. If you don't know that tomorrow is worth fighting for, I put my heart and soul on the line to show you that it would be. 1 million species are at risk of extinction due to human activity. Facts backed by the United Nations and Environmental Defense Fund. But corporations could care less, considering the cascade of currency they capture is continuously, insidiously rotund. The global economy truly has become one of blood for profit. So many leaders, politicians, and industrialists are simply not fit to make laws, not fit to protect, not fit to wield so much power, as they can be seen decade after decade determined to devour anything in their path of earthen consumption until there's no longer bee nor flower. And just so we're clear and clear as can be, once there's no bee, there won't be no we. Hashtag corporatocracy, hashtag plutocracy, okay by you, not okay by me. I'm putting my ink-filled foot down, along with my best foot forward, and with 4 words noble and soul full of love, I declare them to earth, since the greed in man has upset her. We can do better. We turned our backs on our mother, now we must go back and get her. And it all starts with a responsible letter, I am sorry. I did this. I will stop it. I will save you. I know that I need you. I know that you love me, and I am ready to change. Ready to go back to the ways of exchange, never again to estrange or shortchange you, for I have long had a vision, a means to an end without cataclysmic fission, an amalgamation of solutions of the highest resonance, a course of action embedded in the souls of star seeds, good for our needs and those of Earth and all of her residents. A way to solve most of our problems, where ancient wisdom and your modern-day sciences both have clear-cut evidence. Hemp can save the world with at least 70,000 product applications. But without an immediate paradigm shift, all of this is irrelevant. If we can't remember that all in our world is one and treat ourselves with love and benevolence, we shall forfeit the wondrous chance we've been given and will be remembered with malevolence. The vast beauty of the seas will reflect the absence of character we have displayed, and not a solitary creature will be left to reverberate life in the stillness. And by the hands of the same collective illness will the air be rendered intolerant to our lungs, the temperatures inhospitable to our vessels, the ether so riddled with frequencies that fiddle with the strings of our natural world, light pollution such that true night never shows, the soil so desecrated by heavy metals and forever chemicals while we watch from the very front rows, antibiotics and pesticides. Even in the best of times, we will have shown our worst of sides. We can choose right now to live organic or observe the end of times in a panic. Create a new economy based on sustainability and redesign the entirety of society to be one of socioeconomic piety, where among intergalactic councils, Earth gains notoriety, for it's beyond your garden variety propriety, and in the throes of such erudite sobriety, Earth herself confides in me and says, thank you. You freed Earth from death and did it like a Venus project.